Chicago decides. The AP calling Brandon Johnson Chicago's next mayor. Paul Vallas conceding just a few minutes ago.
I called Brandon Johnson and told him that I absolutely expect him to be the next mayor of Chicago.
It's been a nail-biter for most of the night. We have a team of reporters across the city bringing you live election results right now.
Live from CBS 2 Election Headquarters, Chicago decides.
Great to have you with us. I'm Joe Domlin.
And I'm Erica Sargent. There's a lot of news to get to, but first, a new mayor and nearly 30% of city council in the runoff election tonight.
All right, here's where we start. The AP calling Brandon Johnson the city's leader for the next 4 years.
Let's take a look at the election results for that position. And mayor with 99% of the votes in. We're looking at 51% for Brandon Johnson, 49%. And you can see that difference between the two under, what, about 20,000.
Let's go to Dana Kozlov and Chris Ty live at Johnson campaign headquarters, where we expect the projected next mayor of our city to speak any minute now.
Hey, Joe and Erica, you know what? I just got to be honest with you right out the gate. We cannot hear you. Every time the music cranks up here at Brandon Johnson's election night watch party, we have a hard time hearing. It's just how it's been. But I am going to let you know that, and you might have just said it, that Brandon Johnson, yes, the projected winner of this race, is expected to take this stage any minute now, really. In fact, just a short time ago, Chris, some of his staffers had asked some people, major supporters, to come behind the curtain, if you will, presumably for Commissioner Brandon Johnson to come out with a group of supporters surrounding him, we believe, in just a matter of minutes.
About 25 minutes ago, we understand Paul Vallas called Brandon Johnson to indicate to him that he is clearing the path for that victory speech here. This would make him a 47-year-old mayor of Chicago, the 57th person to hold that position. The father, who was born in Elgin, Illinois, who's a father of three, is assembling his core team behind that blue curtain behind us. And this is the evening that certainly did not start out as a fait accompli. When the numbers started coming in just around 7:15, he was leading, I mean, he was trailing by about 4 or 5 points, but that gap narrowed and narrowed and narrowed. And when we thought that there was 90,000, we know there are 90,000 or so votes still to be counted coming in by mail, but the mathematics, if you're just tuning in at 10 o'clock tonight, the mathematics are such that his opponent called and said, we do not see a pathway here. You, Brandon Johnson, are the next mayor of Chicago.
And we'll set the scene for you for a little bit, and then if we need to, we'll toss it back to you before Brandon Johnson comes out, if need be. But there's, you know, oh, now they're really well over 1,000 supporters here. They have been enthusiastic for more than an hour. They are acting like this is a definite, and they are just waiting for their candidate to come out and address this crowd about what the future of Chicago will look like as Brandon Johnson gets ready, we believe, to become the next mayor of Chicago.
There was never a flashpoint, never a moment where a screen flipped and the audience goes, oh my gosh, it's happened. That still really has not swept through this room,
no.
At least I can tell. But what we did hear was sort of a change in tone from many of the people who were his staunchest supporters, saying, we're hopeful, we're bullish, this could be a while. And all of a sudden they're now kind of swimming in the reality of, no, it's happening. Brandon Johnson is going to be in that big office at City Hall.
Yeah, it was quite a fight, though. It was quite a hard-fought campaign. I did speak with one of Brandon Johnson's sisters earlier, who said, though, they came in never expecting that there would be a concession by him tonight. But you know what, Chris? I think for now we should toss it back to Joe and Erica, and then when Brandon Johnson comes out to address the crowd, you will certainly know it.
I'm sure. All right, we'll be back in touch with you guys very soon, I'm sure.
Now let's go to Jim Williams and Marie Saavedra. They are live at Vallas campaign headquarters tonight. Jim and Marie.
Well, when it was not looking good for Paul Vallas here at his headquarters, his supporters, many of them were saying there are still so many votes to count, so many mail-in votes to count. And so many people in the audience here, I think it's safe to say, they were expecting for Paul Vallas to say, hold off, we still have votes to count, but that's not what happened.
That's not. But that is what we heard minutes before from his campaign. Right. So that gives you a sense of how quickly this decision was made. Paul Vallas came to the podium a little bit before 9:45, surrounded by his family and some of his closest and biggest name supporters, and stunned some in the audience with what he had to say.
Tonight, even though, of course, we believe every vote should be counted, I called Brandon Johnson and told him that I absolutely expect him to be the next mayor of Chicago. And please, it's critically important. I mean, this campaign that I ran to bring the city together would not be a campaign that fulfilled my ambitions if this election is going to divide us more.
A gracious speech with a lot of hope, also a sense of calm behind it, wanting the city of Chicago, seemingly fairly divided based on the vote totals tonight, to come together for this next mayor. And when his speech was over, he stayed on the stage for a while. He hugged supporters. He came down into the crowd, shook hands, and hugged supporters. Paul Vallas will be 70 years old in June. He ran unsuccessfully for governor, for lieutenant governor, for mayor 4 years ago. He loses a rather close race here in 2023. Joe, Erica, back to you.
Thank you, Jim and Marie.